Hello and welcome to Rogue Trader. I'm Shadow Coast and welcome to the channel. In this video, I will be providing my thoughts on how to build the ultimate range sniper build for your main character. So in this one, we are going to go through character creation on how to get you the best start to basically end people from a distance. We're going to jump right in here. I have most of these selected just to make this a little quicker. We're going to actually select Fortress World. You can make some arguments for some of these other ones, but I really truly think that if you want that ranged ultimate sniper type character, you can't go wrong with Fortress World. There are three reasons for this. First, we gain Never Stop Shooting. Each time a Fortress World character kills an enemy, they gain plus 10 stacks and Never Stop Shooting. At the start of their turn, there is a stacks and never stop shooting percentage chance that the first attack this round will cause 0 AP and will not count towards the attack limit per round. If this effect triggers, all the stacks are lost. So effectively, you're gaining a potentially one other round of attack or AP, which is really important. So you can just keep shooting. Now, you will take a hit to Fellowship and a hit in general on some of these other ones that we'll see. So that's number one. Number two is actually Combat Addict. Now, one of the things that you're going to want to focus on are maximizing your BS skill or ballistic skills. This is effectively range. Where is it? Right here. Impacts your range weapon skills. Now, Addict, Fortress World characters gain plus 7 to ballistic skill, perception, willpower while in combat. Yeah, while out of combat, their intelligence, fellowship, perception, willpower are decreased by -7. So this will be a combat-focused build. Outside of combat, we're going to have to compensate for these things through other characters or offset them, which you can do to a degree further down the line. Third and final, and we're going to go through some of these other ones which are good, but to me, Hail of Steel. Each round, a Fortress World character gains a stacking plus 1% bonus to dodge against range attacks for each shot they made during this round. Also, the burst attack grants an additional plus 10 stacks of Never Stop Shooting. So effectively, you're going to want to keep shooting, and then further down the line in your build, which we'll see here once we select Soldier, we're going to want to be able to reload for reduced action point or cost. Now, there are a few other things here you can read. At the end of their turn, Fortress World characters gain stacks and never stop shooting. So we're basically building our main feature here. Spare magazine, Fortress World characters first reload in combat cause 0 AP. This is fantastic. Reloading a weapon grants additional plus stacks and never stop shooting. And then never stop believing. When all stacks never stop shooting should be lost, they become willpower divided by 2 number of stacks instead. Additionally, a Fortress World character may upgrade their willpower characteristic even if their current archetype do not allow it. So effectively here, later on, we're going to be able to kind of build out things in our talents here, which will kind of reduce or maintain never stop shooting stacks, which increases our probability of being able to fire multiple times. So Fortress World for your home world. Let's go to Origin. We can, again, you can really pick any of them, but if we're going to try to do relative min-maxing here, we are going to want to pick Astra Militarium Commander. Very simply put, ballistic skills plus 5. Fantastic. We also get athletics and perception, some other stuff, which helps offset different things. Now here, we have other talents that are going to help us. The Astro Militarium Commanders, under their Regimental Tactics effect, their single target melee range attacks and area attacks gain plus 20% to dodge reduction, parry reduction, and cover penetration. So, we can make sure that while this is active, we can effectively hit them better. Field of Fire. While the Astro Military Commander is under the regimental attacks, all their allies gain plus 5% rate of fire. This isn't really directly helpful for us, but if you have Argenta standing close to you, that is helpful. Timely Rescue. You can read that one. I'm just going to come through here. There isn't necessarily a direct benefit to our fire, but there are a lot of added benefits around us. Let's go for Triumph here. It's up to you. I always recommend either doing kind of Fellowship or Persuasion here, or Athletics, depending on your build. So effectively, these are going to be kind of out of combat pieces. Given that our home world, we're going to take a hit down here. Where is it? Combat addict to perception. Um, Here you might consider getting something. Well, we don't have perception in athletics. So that one's kind of doesn't matter here. I highly recommend just going with coercion unless you want a coercion character. Taking hit to awareness just in general, I feel like isn't very good. And then archetypes. Now, if we're going to build a sniper, we're gonna want to go with soldier. This is like again, you could pick other things and sort of build a sniper, but they are not going to be as efficient. And there are a couple reasons for this. First and foremost, we gain access to run and gun. How do I show? There we go. Run and gun. So the soldier gains a 2 plus agi bonus divided by 2 movement. But the real point here is we can effectively does not count towards the attack limit per turn. We're increasing our attack limit, which is very important so we can keep shooting. So run and gun, very important. And then our ultimate abilities early game, we gain access to firearm mastery or the desperate measure firearm mastery. Obviously not quite as good if things are going wrong. But the heroic act, we gain the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire, minimum of 2. So effectively, and you probably saw this on a lot of Argenta builds, you get to fire numerous and multiple times, which makes you very, very helpful in general from that. Down the rank, we're going to gain access to other things in the soldier tree. So you can kind of look through this. You're going to be able to make different decisions and build it out. My kind of comment here is when you're building out certain things, just be aware of what you're selecting. So, for example, let's say you want to go with bolter capability or last gun, things like that. You're going to want to pick certain traits there. I'm not going to get into that there. It just really depends on your specific type of build. But suffice to say, you're going to want to pick things that are going to augment or allow you to use the weapons you want to use from a ranged perspective. All right, so if I come back here to archetype, if we look here, we have soldier. Then I highly recommend going arch militant. Here we're gonna gain ability to do multiple things, but one of the things that we're going to want is at the end of combat, the Arch Militant can make one additional attack each turn, including one additional attack on the turn this heroic act was used. First attack after using this ability, and each turn afterwards cause 0 AP. So effectively, we're going to put more shots on goal, which is in the entire point of the build, right? Is to make sure that we're able to shoot, and then we also can increase our AP or action points, which is also critical. So we're going to basically be increasing our number of attacks and our number of action points so we can leverage those number of attacks. So those are my early thoughts to building the ultimate ranged or sniper type build. Let me know what you think in the comments, and eager to really jump in and play my character with this build here shortly. Thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you in future videos. Shadow Coast out.